Right, the child should be here soon. She said the baby's gonna be due, and it said child's birthday on the calendar, so should be just around the corner, and we can finally have story progression. Such. Roy, where the fuck do you hang out? I don't pay attention to where Roy is. But it's like, it's funny too, is everyone has their own temperature gauge of where, like, what's too hot and what's not, you know, like, that's not hot, this is hot, and I'm like, I don't really care.
Good morning.
Hi, Ray. But I'm like I said, a bitch now to heat. I think sometimes I'm uncomfortable in even like 65 to 70 degree weather sometimes. I'm like, I just feel awful. And an emerald I could make with no problem. Alright, I'll go look for an emerald. I mean, I think I have one in my house, but I'll go in the forest and break a couple rocks just to kill time, I guess. I quit way earlier just because of the heat, yeah. I mean, sadly for me, if I worked anywhere, I'm gonna have to just suck it up and deal with it because, like, I don't have great experiences and I need anything I can get, but definitely is a factor if I can be in a cold area or not. Like, I think the only thing I really enjoyed, even though I hated the fast food life, was that there was a walk-in freezer and a fridge. So nobody wanted to do anything in there because they're like, it's too cold, and I'm the guy sitting in there until my fingers are nearly numb because I'm like, fuck the heat, I'm staying in here. Like, I am not dealing with the heat as much as if I can avoid it. Fuck these. Doing, but I think I got one possibly stored in my house. That's what sucks, is because I stream and, like, I don't know the temperature. Just because I don't have any way, I don't have, like, a thing that tells me, but I'm like, I know it's hot. Fucking uncomfortable, I know that much. Maybe not that bad to some people, but I hate it. Like, enough for me to be pissed off about it. I mean, my thing, I can see the weather of, like, how it is in the day, like, outside, so I think it is, like, 60s out, but, like, I don't know the interior. Like, this is probably the best time for me to do anything because I'm not fucking melting, but I don't want to sit here and stream at 4 or 5 in the morning all the time. That was the old me doing that a lot, but not really something I want to constantly do. Like, it's one thing if a stream's going that long. But my old schedule was like, I used to start up around like 5, 6 in the morning. Body. Lose 1 attack, but I get a lot of strength. I get a lot of defense. Oh, all that crap. Yeah, I think it's like 60s or something outside. He wants a fucking ruby. Give me some sturdy string. Sure, I guess I can do that. Might as well do a couple of these things. You should bring me a strong string. It can be found by them on a spire. You'll find them in the forest at night. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go at night. The issue about that, Gordon, is going in at night. Because that means I have to really wait for this. Because time is slow right now. Like, later on, I'm going to want it to be slow, but right now, on this constant wait train that I'm on, I would much rather things be a little faster. Means we might be just sitting around with a thumb up our ass for a little bit, because there's not much else I can do. I wanted. Now we're on the long wait. Like, that's the only thing. Like, I didn't mind Rune Factory 1. I wish I had recorded it, but I didn't for some reason. Because, I mean, I just overpowered grind myself to be really good with swords. And that was very simple. Frontier was a frustration time for me because I had to get, like, it was very gear-based and sudden spikes of difficulty, and I didn't like the way the inventory was like. Because a lot of the shit didn't pull from chests, which sucks. But also, the, like, I don't know, the Rune system, there was just a lot going on for it, and I just was struggling to get the progression I wanted. And then, too, this one so far has been, like, not terrible. Like, I've been okay so far. The issue is, we haven't really gotten to the game yet. Like, this is all, like, I've taken my sweet-ass time getting through, like, prologue stuff, it feels like, because the adventure really starts when you're my kid. So a lot of this has been kind of a waiting game. Wait for one thing. I mean, it was grind to get romance up, constantly gifting stuff, and then now I'm waiting for the kid to be born, and then I have to then afterwards get everything I need to build like a school or something, and then that's when we can get to the next chapter or the next generation. So that's why I end up just like making my character sleep a lot at like 10 in the morning. I don't waste. I've just been trying to make this go. And it's just funny, because in the span of me playing this game, I was like, after this, we're going to go to 3. Rune Factory 3 Special is going to happen, or whatever they're calling it. So that's going to be a remastered version of 3, so it's going to be on the Switch and PC, I think, and all that. I don't know if it's on all of those, but either way, I won't have to play the DS version if I don't want to. And play the newer variant. then eventually 4 and all that. So while we're taking a break after 2, we can do some other farming games that I will enjoy. Which won't be as stressful. They might be a little boring for some people, like stream-wise, because there's no combat in the ones that I'm going to play. Like, Story of Seasons is like A Wonderful Life. By the time this ever goes up on YouTube, it's already, like, way out there, because I haven't even begun to even think about uploading this stuff yet. Because I'm waiting to upload this when I'm finished with the game. Or close to the finish. But for me, it'll be out at some point, and that'll be fun to revisit because I liked A Wonderful Life, Harvest Moon. So, Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, which will, of course, change some things. The art style's a little bit different, so it's going to be a little weird because I'm very nostalgic to the art style of GameCube and everything like that when I played it, but that'll be fun to just chill because, like, as much as I do enjoy playing Rune Factory to some extent, the worrying of gear and fighting through caves to progress is, sometimes, like, overwhelming to my brain, even as simple as it is, because it's like, I gotta make sure I'm up to proper levels or gear or whatever. That one, whatever works as a gift to make friends, just use them. Spam everybody with gifts, make a bunch of friends, and, like, make as much money and actually focus on farming. Not great at A Wonderful Life. I don't know if I've ever actually played it properly all the way through, because I think once I got married, I just wanted to get through the game, like, to see the ending, and I think I just slept every single day, and, like, whatever animals I had just died because they weren't taken care of. And, I just waited until I was old age. Story of Seasons is the proper name with all the, like, I guess the original devs, I think it is, because Harvest Moon is a different type, like, they had, like, a split or something, and now Harvest Moon is owned by a different team or whatever their property name is. I think the Story of Seasons pretty much just the original Harvest Moon type people. I think, if not development team. DK would explain it in detail as he has if he was around. Oh, right, you're gonna start water. I thought I was just gonna get shanked. But yeah, it's Story of Seasons is like the good side now of like is the good side for Harvest Moon games, where Harvest Moon hasn't exactly had a great record so far because a lot of their games have kind of been empty, shallow, not that great. The newer Harvest Moon games that have come out, like the more modern ones, not the ones that came out that was A Wonderful Life and all that. The Story of Seasons did a wonderful, like they did, Story of Seasons is doing A Wonderful Life. They did Friends of Mineral Town, which changed up some art styles and things like that. And then they did Pioneer of like Olive Town or something, or whatever the fuck. So it was like Poot. It's funny. I always thought in my head, like I always enjoyed A Wonderful Life. I just, in my head, always felt like that was the one people didn't like. And the only reason for it is I've watched people play other, like, I hadn't ever seen other Harvest Moon games for the longest time. And then I started watching other people play some, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting mechanic, or, oh, that's cool. And they were on other versions, and it was like, oh, and I don't know, in my head I just thought A Wonderful Life was very bare bones compared to other games, but then I didn't realize how many people actually really do enjoy Wonderful Life, which I enjoy it. I never hated any part of it. I think, if anything, I was just so bad at it when I was younger, too, that I would buy something, and then I'm like, I haven't gained any money from this farm. I've been in the red the whole time. But, like, Either way, there are some story of season games that are like completely its own thing, I think, because I don't completely different art style than what the story of season ones have been. I mean, they're all kind of in their own art style, but I had my fun with Friends of Mineral Town or whatever it was called for Story of Seasons. I've never played it, so when I played it, I had fun. I just never. I think. Can't remember. I think that was the one I didn't get. No, I can't remember. One of them, if not both. I know I didn't get married. Because I either stopped playing or I'm getting it confused with Rune Factory 1 where I didn't get a bed, which I think that was also Rune Factory 1. I didn't get a bed, a bigger bed to get married, but I had fun with that. The other Story of Seasons game I played, which the title was just, to me, is Story of Seasons Poot to me, because of the things P-O-O-T. Pioneers of Olive Town or whatever. That one was okay, but the crafting mechanic in that one kind of sucked. The crafting in Pioneers of Olive Town was kind of annoying, but I also played it on the Switch, and the Switch version ran like shit because it's the Switch. It happens. But I just remember playing it, and you know, that one just, it was, the crafting was just weird. Like, I don't hate the Switch. I enjoy everything on it and have fun even with its problems. People will crap on it a lot, but I actually do enjoy it. Those spiders, like, what am I fighting? But, it didn't run well on the Switch, and the crafting system was kind of annoying because you had to, like, it was like a weird system of, like, you had to put down multiple machines to get multiple things done instead of it all just doing it in itself, and everything was kind of doing it one at a time. I don't know, it was really weird, and it just felt annoying and much more tedious than you would want in a farming game. So, Poot was like the weaker one for me. But I did enjoy Friends of Mineral Town, and I hope Wonderful Life will also be fun times. I know there's going to be some changes that is like, why is this being changed? But like, it's every game that gets remastered, redone, always has some unnecessary changes. Oh, I just want the fucking box. That was the strong string he wanted. That's their spawner. In the first game, you had to take them all out just to fight the boss, but I don't know how it works in this one because the whole dungeon isn't opened up to me yet. Because I have to wait until I'm a kid. Or I'm my son. Or daughter to do it. That's why I said I'm still in, like, Generation 1, so I'm, like, I've been in, like, a beginning this whole time. Because you have to get married in this, have a kid, decide that we need a school, and help build a school, and then, after you've done that, like any responsible father, you then leave. And then you have, your kid goes and, oh my god, you gave birth. You did great, I wasn't here. Wait, what is it? Wait, it's a girl? Wait, I thought we were getting a boy. What are you? She just said she has her father's hair. This is a girl, but you called it Aaron? Which I guess is a unisex name, so it's like I don't think it really matters, but... Who are you? Yeah, I thought I saw a he, and then I swear I saw a she in there, but now I'm confused. This looks like a boy. So I'm not crazy. She says it's a boy, and then went on to call it a she. What the fuck? I mean, I'll be honest, the version I guess I have has some issues, because when you go and get a bottle, and you go and ask for a medicine made into your bottle, it says you gained a cabbage. But then when you look at your inventory, there is a medicine bottle. So, there are a couple errors that I'm not sure where we get them or why it happens, but it is, so I think there was just a he-she thing, kind of a mix-up. So, you know what happened? Either way, boy or girl, whatever just came out of you, but Junior. That actually sounds horrific, and I probably shouldn't go with that name. But, no. We all make mistakes. I just want to get the fuck out of this this hoot nanny of a fucking owl, so... Split Junior it is. And, what to think. Split Junior, yes, that's a great name. I like that. Oh, good. Let Junior eat lots and grow up big and strong. Growing up. What is it? I think the children are going to need a proper place to go to school. Ooh, we really need a school. I'll go tell Byron that the baby is here, and I'll talk to him about building a school. I'll go... Oh, God, I'll go talk to him tomorrow. I had to puke in the bed. Finally starting to build a school. That's right. I'm going to build a great school. I'm going to build a great school building for Clit Jr.'s sake. Good luck. Oh, that reminds me, Ryan will only talk about that when he's on the first floor of our house. I'll never, like, I haven't named myself, like, besides, like, RimWorld in certain games. I don't think I've named myself in anything in a long time. Like, that old school me did before I decided to use the worst names possible. It's now Tony Clit, Dick Ryder, Ted Hardnuts, like, fucking just... I think at one point was, like, Jessica Chode. This family tree of fucked up characters I've made follows me. References you won't get. Nope, because I don't know anything. Oh, I want to water that one. I feel like I recognize the name. I just don't. To be honest, I have like a small section of people I watch, and even then I'm like, I don't watch them a lot as much as I used to. He has toilet humor. And I have, haha, poo, like, mine is just, literally just poo poo pee pee and cum. humor. Yeah, like the Weird Al song. I think I understand. Kind of the hard part for me to watch other people sometimes because I'm like, my God, they're like when I see them, like if I rewatch something like what they did, like of a game I played, they'll have such great moments that I'm like, why didn't I think of that? All I talked about was cum for the last like fucking 30 minutes. Why didn't I talk about whatever they're talking about? My shit, like, instead, all I talk about is, like, sucking people off. Conker's Bad Fur Day, which I still gotta upload the playthrough. That game was something. We did an 8 to 12 hour of just Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I feel like I played like 7 different games in that stream because Conker's Bad Fur Day just jumps all around, and I was like, now I see why people love this game. I felt that way until I did the Gauntlet stream, where then I did play like 8+ games, and at one point and one of them was Barbie. So it's an interesting idea, and I do enjoy it. Yeah. I mean, that was the thing. I did put a Gauntlet game in the mix if it happened, because why wouldn't I for the thing? And I'm like, I know someone might come in and be like, do you mean, like, this isn't, like, is it a challenge for the game I'm playing? Is it a... like, no, it's just a whole mess of games that I add way too many games to a wheel, and we just say, fuck it, this is what we're doing. And it might happen again. We may do another Gauntlet thing like that again down the road. Whether I do it in an 8 to 12 hour format, or I do like a week-long thing where each day we spin wheels and that dictates the games for the day, but... who knows? But that's like a that's a future thing when it's cooler again and not hot and uncomfortable. And also, I want to space it out a little. I like adding games. Like, I mean, I've done Christmas roulette where I'll put some fucking bad games into a thing and just hope they don't get picked, but I also forget what's in that roulette. But in that one, I literally threw that game in there and I was like, there's no way. And then there was way it got picked. I played the Gauntlet game, which is pretty much like Gauntlet Dark Legacy, but the PS1 version. Way back with John. Though the game was a little bit fucked because we were unlocking things out of order. Because I think the shit we were playing was a little broken. But it didn't really affect anything, but it was funny. But the issue was we got to a point where we were taking so long on levels because we kept getting, like, stupidly lost at what to do, or figure out what to do, and then John just kind of got burnt out, so we never continued, and I was gonna, like, you know, eventually do Dark Legacy and things like that, but, no, he didn't want to, go back. better that they all learn together. I'll need 1,000 pieces of wood and 100,000, right? Do you want to do this? Yeah.
Morning.
I have the materials and the money. Build the school. Gonna build a school in 10 days. They're the top men. Alright, I lost about 100,000 bucks and a bunch of wood, but luckily I've been going crazy on earning money, so we had about 200,000. I never got to finish, apparently is what I want to say. Finish Dark Legacy. I played it a lot of times. I played it on the PS2, and then I played on GameCube, which I think... Wasn't like the GameCube version slightly better because you could turn on and off the abilities or some shit like that? Because like the power-ups you found were like forever. Yeah, it was like you could control and use the abilities as you saw fit, which made things way better. Better. Good time with that fucking jester. That's all I think of with that is better. But John played it a lot when he was younger with his brother. I only played it in bits and pieces with my brother's friends and mom's ex-boyfriend kids at the times. But I never got to actually do a playthrough or play it through seriously. It's been on my to-do list. I mean, at some point I'll play it, whether I have a partner's or just on my own. And I was also gonna play. I think in the Gauntlet, the wheel had the not so popular. Even though I don't know if it was because it's bad or it just lacked charm, but I think I had the Gauntlet, Seven Sorrow or whatever. Whatever it was that wasn't quite like Dark Legacy in them, but it looked cool, but I definitely could tell it was, if you go to Padova Mountains, okay? It definitely was like a huge change because like Dark Legacy in them felt like it had charm to them, and then that one could have had charm. I didn't play enough to know, but it definitely was like a completely different feel from a Gauntlet game. What's on down the road? It might. I might do some stuff with that. I just have to see. Like, as much as I would love to get some partners to do, like, that one I think was only a 2-player, but like Dark Legacy to get 2 or 3 people involved. To do that stuff, because like you can do it through Parsec and all that shit. Or something along that lines. But, I would like to do that stuff. The issue is I'm just, I'm a little bit out of it with co-op stuff. Like, I do enjoy doing co-op, but I've just been so dog shit at planning stuff, and then, like, there are times where I just want to get the playthrough going, and then but I gotta wait on people. It's nothing against other people, I sometimes get impatient, or I just like to go at my own speed and not feel like I'm rushing other people, because I'm kind of a... Like, let's keep moving. Move, and go to the next thing, because I'm an impatient fuck. Like you said. I don't know why I'm running around like there's gonna be a diamond just on the ground. He said that they might be here. I have to fucking hammer the rocks. But it'll happen down the road. I don't know. There we go. Got it. That shit, I don't want it. Nope. A residence cabin. If not sleeping, not giving a shit. I mean, I don't normally stream at this time, so I don't know. Playing his games. Watching any streams that probably stream usually at this time that he enjoys. Baking a lasagna, I don't fucking know. Not a diamond, that was the water crystal. That's the diamond. Like, great, now I can make a diamond pickaxe out of this. Okay, you switch. I'm gonna play all the games. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go, because it's almost 5 in the morning my time, so I'll probably have to stop soon, because I need to try to sleep for a little bit at least. Then stream in the next like 12 plus hours from now. What do we have? 6:30. Nice. Nothing wrong with some chill Animal Crossing. I've had an idea for an Animal Crossing series. I've talked about it before. That I kind of wanted to do, but the issue is it definitely wouldn't be the most exciting series. It would kind of get a little bit stale because there's not a whole lot I can do to it. But like, I thought about playing the original, the DS version, the Wii version, which was City Folk, Wild World or something, and New Leaf, I think, were the titles. But I was gonna play through each one of them as a road to debt-free, and I would play it like, I would play it normally. I'm not gonna do like any sort of bullshit like rush to money strats. I would just play it like I'd casually play a Animal Crossing game, and just work my way to being debt-free from the hands of Tom Nook. And then once we finally did it, we celebrate, hooray, and then we move on to the next eventually. After the adventures we have of all of that. The problem is doing something like that because I'm an inconsistent fuck. I don't play like a lot of things consistently. There are playthroughs that last years that shouldn't. And if I was to do Animal Crossing in a like yearly, or not a yearly, a like once a day or once a week thing, it would take forever. So I would just need to figure out how I want to do it. Because if anything, it would be something I do for the start of the stream all the time or something, and then move on. So I would end up playing like 2 to 3 games a stream, like I already do 2. Especially since I'd be playing it regularly too. It's not like, yeah, it would either be the last game or it's what I start with to chill out, get the stream going, and then we move on to something, or the wind down, whatever one. But it would take forever because I would be playing it regularly, meaning I'm not just gonna grab fossils and sell them and not give a shit about the museum, even though I don't give a shit about 100%ing the thing, but like I would still donate them. I would still play it like as if I had just picked the game up to experience. It's not like I'd be rushing it to just try to beat it as fast as I possibly could. Like, I would enjoy the classic feel of it, even if it's a little barren at times, and go through them. Yeah, some people like to rush because time stuff. Now, my only time thing I'd be doing in it would be adjusting the time so that I'm playing in the fucking daytime, because if I'm doing it at the end of the streams, it's probably going to be nighttime about like 98% of the time, so I would like to at least play in the day or have it flipped on like a 12-hour schedule. So, but something along that line, something would happen with that.